Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Puzzle Dimension. Let's hop in here. So I got Shifting Sands, the final puzzle done. And I finished the one where I had depixelated everything. I want to show how I did it, at least the part that's important, and not all of it. So the trick here is the block directly to the right here cannot be used up on the first trip on this section. You need this block to get back to the block behind me and exit the level. So what you have to do is this, go up here, go here, roll here, get this, run onto this, and this is where it gets complicated. The way I was doing it wrongly was going forward and then hopping to the right, then hopping to the crumbled block. That's not what you do. You go to the left or right here, but not forward or back. And then you just hop back this way. So you could also go to the left if you so felt, and then hop this way and hop this way. And when you are back at the starting position, you go here, you hop over here, and you've got the rest of the puzzle pretty much set. There is a point when you end up doing a little bit more on the puzzle as far as making sure that these two, the cracked brick and the fire here, you make sure you don't use those, because there is a point where you're gonna have to come back and do this and then this, and then you have to figure out the right way to hop here and to hop here to get back to this point. And that's after you've gotten the flower here by flipping the switch. You actually go back and forth between that teleport to flip the switch on the other side, which, here, if I can show it, right in the middle of the screen at the top is the other side. So I won't go any further with that puzzle because I've already messed it up, but it definitely was a difficult one. So we need to now do hidden blocks, I think. I've slept since the last recording, so I don't remember what this hidden box is at all. So I won't be as frustrated. I was starting to get really frustrated, as you possibly could tell. But it's not dishonest for me to say it feels like the game is losing steam a little bit. That there's just some practicality things going on here, of things just being unrealistically obtuse or unfairly obtuse, if that makes sense. Alright. So there is something strange about how I have to get that plant. Interesting. Let's just take a moment to look at this plant. I have to somehow get on this square on the right, and then go on this crumbly brick just once, and then get it. So I can't just hit the crumbly brick, go forward, get the thing, unless there's an invisible block there. And if there's an invisible block there, I don't know. We're gonna have to obviously look. We're gonna have to make an effort to look around and see what's going on and how this is gonna work. So that gets this flower, but I don't see any other reason. I can't make that jump over there on the left. If I roll here and roll here, I just fall off. So let's just start with this. We're left with this. And then that gives us this. Okay. And unless there's something to the left of the square there, I don't think there's... Let's say we roll this way. We roll this way, we roll this way. We hop over here, we hop over here. That gets us there. So where's flower number 3? So let's roll back here. Sorry, I'm being quiet here. I'm just trying to think. Like, if I go forward, does that thing turn around in any way? Interesting. I mean, I could fall, I suppose. Let's do this. Yeah. Well, I think we know that this is the right way. At least for this much. And I suppose there's a certain level to this that I should just take into consideration. And there was a way back this way, right? Right. And if I fall this way and go this way, that's all 3 of those. Now it's just about getting the right orientation to get back to that. If I fell down this way, there's no platform. It has to be over here on the right, doesn't it? I wish I could see. Either that or I've gone out of order. No, I think it's both. I think there's both one right in between these two, and this invisible one and that one. And there's one out of order, so... how could I accomplish this? If we did this, and then flipped everything around. And trying to figure out a way this might work. Nope, that's not gonna work. Alright. So I do believe that this is the first way. But I don't see how that could be. See, that seems like that's the final way. So we have to go here, do this. Save this one. Or does that one actually change anything? What happens if I do this, and then this, and then this, and this, and then this? That feels like that's right. Now, is there just something along the lines of changing this in some way? I think there might be. Go this way. And then screw up. Interesting. Now there's no way I could have gotten to that. So this piece here on the right really seems to serve no purpose. It really doesn't. Unless there's more invisible pieces there. That one right there must be some kind of save or something. Oops. So, a lot of thought has to be, and I have certainly put into, how fresh am I as a player after I've slept a little bit. And at the current moment, it doesn't feel like I'm very fresh. It doesn't really feel like I'm saving or stopping any real mistakes from happening. Alright. So, best I can figure, this is the right way. And now we've landed on this and used this save. And that would potentially almost take us to the end, but it's not. And if I go to the right here, I'm gonna die. Yeah. So I don't see what that piece is for. Is there something way over here? Nope. I suppose what I could do is jump forward and jump back and see if there's something there. Because otherwise that is rather confusing. Like, it doesn't do anything. All it really opens you up to is the same thing you could have done anyways, which is just to roll over here. And since we know there's no half measurement to the right, then your best thing you could do is something like this, which would put you upside down. And do nothing really from that perspective. It's helpful. Feels like it's just there. Is there something I could jump? I want to get those shifting sands done so badly. Is it really this? The problem with this is it just doesn't do anything. It will give you this one way in which you can turn around and get nothing. And this is the only way you can get out of this path too. So we need to be in this orientation, this way up, and go to the left at the end. Which means we have to have that break. That second breakable tile has to be intact by the time we have all of the flowers. So that has a tendency to say, like, this has to jump here. Oops. Maybe this game needs like a sound. There is a decent argument could be made to not even have a failure state in this game. Just when you hit a wall, it just goes can't do it, no. At least when you are walking and doing what we're doing here, that like if you roll off an edge, it needs to go first and then save you, unless you can really do it. Just straight up disagree. Alright, so I can make this if I just hop and hop. Alright. So if I am back up at that point, if I can get back to that point, that would be nice. And I think I can get back to that point. So if I go this way and make the change and get this plant, we're good. All I have to do now is I think hop this way and this way, and that lands us here, and gets us back to this point. And there's nothing over here that's gonna save me. And there's nothing there that's gonna save me. Unless there is just one directly to the left. Man, I wish there was a way you could just flip things around. Yeah, so... let me ask this question. We come over here, we get to this point. If that was solved, this just doesn't feel like it can be done. It really doesn't. Like, this brick here does nothing. We roll back this way, I suppose. But then this brick here does nothing. And you can't... oh man. I can't do it. Let's just go to bins 3. I really can't do it. I may have to cheat. I may have to full on cheat. Oh yeah, and, oh man. See, and this was my first playthrough of the day. And here the game is just gonna ruin my mood immediately. It's just gonna have me suffer by doing levels that seem impossible. They aren't impossible. I know they aren't impossible. We all kind of know that I'm just making some kind of mistake somewhere. But what is true and what the game feels like are practically completely different things. Is our 16 multiplier, did I get everything? I think I did. So what I'm trying to do now is figure out where that last piece is. Last piece is on the outer ring of this. So if I was to hop on those right now, I need to be on the outer ring. Can I get on the outer ring of these? this will turn everything around. Is that correct? Yes, it turns everything around and then hops me this way. Interesting. Well, I guess this does get us on the outer ring, doesn't it? And that's what we wanted. And so I can make it to where I want to go, I just need to be on the other side. We've depixelated everything. Hop, hop, run, go this way now. Over 1,000 points, but I think we don't have to worry about points anymore. So hop. Now we just gotta get to the place, which I believe is as simple as just falling this way. One more roll, just don't screw it up. How are these advanced bends? Well, I will say they're not as bad as that other level I was doing. Yeah, and we spent so much time just doing that. Let's see. Let's just hope this ends somewhere safe. Okay. I feel like I'm doing a lot more of this stuff, just looking around, than I was before. If I came off this end, ooh, that looks like that's how you're gonna solve that too. You're gonna jump right from this point all the way down. Unless it happens not to be the right one, and it actually isn't the right one, so. But I imagine at some point they are gonna have us do something that crazy. Nothing wrong with jumping there. So let's go ahead and roll this way. See what this lands us on. So to finish the puzzle, it's not that difficult. Is that the way we've got to do this though? Do we have to fall? No. No falling for us. So we got one bin done. I think we may even have to quickly start doing flats too, because bins are getting really difficult. Let's look at the progress. At least we got shifting sands done. Hidden blocks is still a question. I don't know. And we haven't made really any progress on bins. We haven't even started flats. At some point we need to replay the first puzzle, but I want to wait till the end. Still looking for that 32 multiplier. We're at 13,880 score, so we're about halfway towards silver. So, I wouldn't say we're making good progress anymore, though. It feels a lot more like we're struggling. I feel like I'm struggling. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.